All right, topic 1.2, types of democracy. The learning objective, the main goal for topic 1.2 is explain how the models of representative democracy, and they're listed down here, are visible in major institutions, policies, and events and debates in the United States. All right, so the three types of democracy they give you are participatory, pluralist, and elite forms of democracy. Now, if you're looking at participatory, well, I put government here, so I'm going to erase that and go democracy. So if you're looking at where that is present in our United States, all you got to do is look at the local level. All right. Now it's also known as direct democracy. So everybody participates, or everybody directly participates in the process as well. But we see this in town hall meetings where you, and I'm going to go there again, I'm just going to go there again, where in the movie Footloose, you have a town that has forbidden kids to dance, and the kids are challenging that law. So what do? They have a town hall meeting, and all the kids and members of the community show up and discuss the ordinance and ultimately the pros and cons of it. And then Ren reads a Bible verse and really hammers it home. But anyways, everybody's participating there. Okay, everybody's got to say. Everybody's directly involved in those participation, activities of the government. So we see those all the time, right there. It's just let the kids dance. All right, moving forward. An initiative. This idea that if you, the average everyday citizen, can get the correct number of signatures on a petition, you can get your idea. You can bypass the state legislature, excuse me, and you can put your idea on a ballot for people to vote yes or no to. So we've talked about this before, where I want that study guide that's over there by Jazzercise and between Casey's, that I'd like it to see a stoplight there, and that it would only run for like 2 hours a day, which is the times that we're leaving the school. I think it'd be safe. But if I got enough signatures that were required of me on a petition, I could get that on a ballot and have people vote for it. The other place we'll see it is a referendum. This idea that people, when they're voting, also get to vote on topics or ideas. You know, for example, we talked about this before with the school initiative to raise the 1 cent tax for school buildings. So, should Henry County raise its taxes by 1 cent or 1% or whatever, 1 cent to fund building of school operations? Vote yes or no. And the physical vote of that, the yes or no, is the referendum. So you are participating in the process. Your vote counts, and if enough votes say yes, you're doing it. If not, move on. A recall, interesting. If a elected politician is not living up to expectations, citizens at the local and state level can get a petition started, and if they get enough signatures, they can recall that individual. It's almost like firing them in the middle of their tour of duty, if you will, or of their sentence or whatever they're doing. Right. So if you don't like what this person is doing, you get enough signatures, you can just throw them out, and you can pick somebody that's new. This happened in California of the early 2000s, where Governor Gray Davis wasn't doing a spectacular job. According to the citizens of California, petitions went out, enough people signed it. Governor Gray Davis is recalled, which means he loses his job. Now, he can run again in the next special election, but he ends up losing to Arnold Schwarzenegger because people thought that he would be a better choice. Now, with the pluralist democracy, pluralism is this idea that you have multiple groups competing for influence at one point in time, and all you need to do is look no further than the how a bill becomes a law. All right, and so the legislative process, what we have here is this idea of, and I'm just going to stop right here. It says, okay, introduction of a bill. It says ideas from bills come from private citizens, special interest groups, the president, executive branch officials, and members of Congress as well too. So all these people are involved at the very beginning of the process of introducing bills. So there's a wide variety of groups, if you will. We've outlined them right now. They are competing. They're competing for influence. And it's not like they introduce their bill and just like, all right, got it, nailed it, we're done. No, they keep track of it at all parts to make sure that it's going smoothly and it's going in their favor. So once again, introducing a bill and the entire process all the way up to the point where the president signs it. You know, you've got multiple different groups that are competing for influence, trying to get their say, trying to get language inserted into the bill that will be advantageous for them as well. All right, and then the last one that we have here is the elite democracy. This form of democracy where a select few, the elite, if you will, are making rules and regulations or laws that affect the vast majority of us. And we see that in our government with the Electoral College. The people don't elect the president, all right? The group that formally elects the president is the Electoral College. So, a group of individuals chosen by their states to cast their votes. And if a person gets enough uh, Electoral College votes that lead to 270, congratulations, that person is your next president. So, once again, an elite group of people, a small group of people making a big decision that has a profound effect on all of us. And this idea of iron triangles. All right, so you have a legislative committee, you have an interest group, and a bureaucratic agency. They're all working together, trading favors back and forth, but making rules and regulations that benefit those three. But at the end of the day, we all have to follow them. So once again, a small group of people making quite a bit, making rules and regulations that have quite a bit of an effect on all of us. All right, so there we go. So 1.2 done. Tomorrow I'll start going into 1.3 and moving on. But tonight we are done. Take care. Do your study guide. It can only help. And I miss you. And take care.